Case IH, with experience in the field and eyes on the future. The world of farming is changing. Will you be ready?
I'm ready.
Match the right product to the right acre and you'll see results. Y-Series soybeans from Pioneer, for example. They're redefining yield potential field by field, powered by our exclusive accelerated yield technology system. They're the next generation of high-performing Pioneer varieties with bred in pest resistance traits. It's easy to see why growers plant Pioneer brand soybean varieties on more acres than any other brand.
From AP Productions comes yet another mind-blowing DVD compilation of truck and tractor pulling action gone bad. Wild Rides, Rex, and Fire Volume 4 is more explosive than ever. Whether it happened in the States or abroad, this DVD is non-stop pulling action that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Get your copy today of Wild Rides, Rex, and Fire Volume 4. Wild Rides, Rex, and Fire Volume 4. So hot, it will melt your TV.
While supplies last, be sure to take home your copy today by visiting the merchandise booth.
Of tonight's show or tonight and last night's show, you can go down and pay for it. You buy both of them, they're cheaper, and we will send it to you. I've also been asked by the Rock Valley Tractor Pull Committee to mention to the kids behind the bleachers that's climbing up on the bleachers. We are going to have to patrol that a little bit. You see one of the youngsters climbing up. We've already had one youngster hurt. They're climbing up on the backside of the bleachers. Some of you people walking around back there, please help us out. Tell the youngsters to stay down off the backside of the bleachers. But we'll be back with you in about 5 minutes. Go down and purchase those DVDs of the shows. Don't forget the Wild Rex and Wild Rides. It's on sale down there. I got one I'm going to give away a little bit later. 5-minute call. We'll be back to making noise.
All are rigorously tested to make a difference field by field. Better choices lead to better yields. Better choices start with Pioneer Hybrids.
Be sure to stop by the official Truck and Tractor Pulling merchandise table to take home your official tractor pulling merchandise. Everything from t-shirts, hats, decals, and even earplugs, you will find it all there. Want to take home a DVD? Stop by the merchandise table and get your copy today, along with the Wild Rides Rex and Fire Pulling Series DVD. The Truck and Tractor Pulling merchandise booth is the place to be.
I'm going to ask you again. Are you ready to go pulling? All right. We're going to start with that Super Farm. Load them up, boys. Get them in their suits, strap them in, strap them down tight. Now, I do not have right here in front of me, we're getting it though. We're getting it. We're going to get a total as to who brought what. I wanted to bid. I really wanted to bid, but I didn't want to get in anybody's way and knock anybody out of being able to chance to bid, so I just picked in my mind which one I'd have bought, and I let y'all bid. So, that didn't. Here. One John Deere going up against 4 red ones, whether it be Case IH or whether it be International. Now, the Someday brought 2,400. Ultimate Muscle brought 1,100. Magnum Force brought 1,500. One Bad Apple bought 500. Red Rock brought 1,750. And Dakota Deer, I believe, brought 800. 24, 35, 45, 5,000, 55, 65, 72, $8,050 is what I got. Yep, I'm checking my man out. Somebody's going to win $4,025. Somebody is going to win $4,025. Who's it going to be? Where's my John Deere people at? Where is John Deere? How many John Deeres does it take to beat 5 red ones? All right.
Oh, okay, here we go. Al Anderson on the Dakota Deere. He is the first one out in this 6-way pull-off. They're out of the great state of South Dakota. We'll get his distance in here. First of 6 in the pull-off.
327.15. 327.15. 327.15. Now, Fred's got it down how far he went in his first go-round, I think. He's got a distance.
Yeah, Dave, he went 324.91 on the first hook.
Okay, here's a little bit of trivia. He just went that 327 and change, and the sled is exactly the same. The sled is exactly the same as it was. Man, I'm wanting to watch this Calcutta, and I got to get over here and talk about unlimited supers. But I got a whale of a class of unlimited supers. Grand Prix, Red Ink, out of Watkins, Iowa. International. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you watched the light supers just a moment ago. You watched the light supers just a moment ago. This one right here, what you're watching now is unlimited light supers. In the light superstar class, you have to run the rear end, the transmission housing to match the sheet metal, and the motor's got to match the line, product line of whatever sheet metal you use. In this class, you're looking at an international. It's got an international block. Outside of that, forget it. It's all high speed. It's all lock and load. It's all high speed, ready to go. It is Glenn Fries, Red Ink, Watkins, Iowa. That's all, folks. Now, 20869. He'll probably turn that down unless he's got a problem. 208 and 69. We're going to need a tow tractor on the track. Probably we're going to need a tow track. We'll find out whether or not he'll need to pull off. Give him a round of applause. Glenn Fries and Red Ink.
Okay, right now, Alan Andrews is at 327 and 15 right at this point. His first distance was 324, so he bettered himself by about 3 feet. We're going to go to Barry Haverhals on the Red Rock. He'll be our second tractor out, so we'll see what he can do. So right now, the guys out of Rock Valley are looking at trying to clear that 327 and some change that was laid out there for the man out of South Dakota. On the Red Rock, out of the Hayward and Rock Valley, Iowa area. We'll get his distance.
My microphone's killing him.
Yeah, one down. So.
Okay, here.
Okay. All right, we'll give that to you again. Alan Andrews went 327 and 15 with the John Deere out of South Dakota. Barry Haverhals went 332.47. Okay, next up is going to be One Bad Apple, they tell me, so we'll bring him in. 6 tractors running in us after the Calcutta on the auction that we had on of these. So these guys are our top 6. So right now they're fighting for 1 through number 6. That's why it was so important to get into that top 6 so they can stay alive to run in this pull-off right now. So right now, the man right here out of the Rock Valley, Hayward, and Iowa area right now leads it at 332 and 47. And the John Deere out of South Dakota, number 2, right now at 327 and 15.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, this man right here owes a big round of thanks to some people here in Rock Valley. Last night, this guy was on a whale of a run. The tractor got the hitting the wheelie bars and bouncing. He bent the frame. Now, he is a body man by trade. They took this tractor down to a local body shop, and John did not tell me who. I wished I'd have got the name of the body shop right here in Rock Valley. Put this tractor on a straight frame straightening machine today, rebuilt the frame, reinforced it, got it straight, put it back together, and he's back out here this afternoon, tonight. This is one stout running K&J Body Shop. We send out a great big thanks to K&J Body Shop for helping these boys out. Got the frame straight, so here we go. Justin Hoffman calls it the last one standing. 3:34:33. That is John Hoffman driving. John and Justin Hoffman, father and son team. Nice run.
Okay, we are going to go out to Winside, Nebraska. Our third tractor is going to be Brian Deck on One Bad Apple 66 Series tractor. So he made it into the pull-off right here. So we'll see what he can do right now. Barry Haverhals has the lead at 3:32.47. John Deere out of South Dakota of Alan Andrews, number 2 right now. So let's see what the man can do out of Winside, Nebraska. Okay, not liking something there. So I'm not sure if he had a situation where we didn't have in gear. He really had the RPM up, but it looked like the tractor was trying to move. Okay, something not bringing the power up on the Bad Apple. Second attempt, we'll find out from the track officials where they go from here. Did not show any sign of any kind of problems on the pass that it made earlier. They went 3:25 and 3:6, which at that point in time, if you're looking at position, put them in 4th position out of this group of 19 9,200-pound Super Farm tractors here in Rock Valley. Okay, in the pull-off, that's pretty typical. Do not let them drop or anything, but it was concerned about what they were accounting for attempts here. But it looks like they are going to make another attempt. He's got to do it now. There is no dropping. This is going to be what it's going to be all about. To tell you the truth right now, from my standpoint here, it looks like he may be in major trouble. That engine does not seem like it wants to build any power. Something is not. He's getting the RPM, but as soon as he starts to load the clutch a little bit, the power all goes away. Okay, the crew seems like they think they got it figured out.
Now, he will have a little bit of time. Now, he went back, you know by the rule book that he ain't got to go immediately. That he's got a couple, 3 minutes that he can try to figure out what the problem is. And you've seen his crew down there pointing feverishly at something underneath this right-hand side of the sheet metal, and since you're the diesel guy, you ought to know what that is.
It may be the supply pump to the big fuel injection pump.
Boy, that convinced me.
Yeah, but that's one of probably a couple hundred things it could be.
Yep, I understand.
But
I'm going to go over on the other side.
All right, go with the big boys.
I like this tractor. Even though I am AGCO, I work at an AGCO dealership. I'm connected to AGCO. My cohort in crime down here, Fred, is John Deere related. I like this tractor right here. The Weens family. They've come down to my show in Chickasha, and they're awful nice. This will be Sean Weens. Now, those of you that was here last night might remember his daughter drove the other tractor, and on the video from last night, there's a great big picture of a lot of shrapnel, like the wrist pin out of the piston and part of the piston that come through the pan, along with some other shrapnel that landed on the track last night. And once you see this tractor running, the RPM, now these are the same stroke crank. These motors are only designed to run 2,000, 2,500. They're now spinning them over 4,000 RPM with the long stroke, same crank in the same block. They call the tractor, ladies and gentlemen, Adrenaline. Out of Beatrice, Nebraska. Listen to the RPM, watch the tire speed. Off of it, just consider like a drag race. You break the tires loose, you either got to back off the throttle, let them catch back up, or just live with it. 302.51. I want to correct my first distance now for last one standing. It was 330.33. 330.33, and the Adrenaline goes in there at 302.51.
Okay, Dave, it looks like they determined what's wrong, and Brian is back in the seat, getting belted in, got the helmet on. So this is going to be his last attempt here out of Winside, Nebraska. They got her figured out. So let's see what he can do there. Now, Haverhall's right now with Red Rock sits at 3:32.47. That's your lead distance. And right now, it looks like the man out of Nebraska has come down somewhere close there. So
I bet the people that just bought him very happy now.
Probably. Yeah. Okay, 3:29 and 6.2. 3:29 and 6.2 is good enough for second, but Red Rock still leads it at 3:32.47, and that pushes Alan Andrews John Deere into third, again at 3:27 and 15.
All right. D21 people, you've seen the D21 out here in the light super class. I told you that they used to be the king of the hill until the 1066 Internationals come out, because the head flow, the heads on these original D21s couldn't flow enough air to do what they needed to do to get the horsepower to keep up with the newer John Deeres and the newer Internationals. So the D21s went into hiding for a little bit, went out of the radar. But when they come out with the Unlimited or the Light Supers, the 6,000-pound Unlimited and the Light Supers, then they could change things up. They could get aftermarket heads. And this is the tractor that won this class last night. He's an AGCO dealer out of Missouri. Here we go, D21 High Strung. Got over on that left side. The pullers are telling me that there's not much left on that left side, but the sled is taking them that way. They can't get on the upper side. Now somebody's going to try that upper side, and it's going to be kind of interesting because it's going to be a little slick and dry. 3:01.68, 3:01.68.
Okay, out of Cedar Enough, Nebraska, your winner from last night and came into this thing is going to be Justin Cavan again right now. A local boy out of the Haywarden, Rock Valley area right now leads it at 3:32 and 4.7. And these guys are going to try to get past that. And the one bad apple of Brian Deck right now, number 2 at 3:29 and 6.2. And Alan Andrews, John Deere, the Dakota Deere, number 3 right now at 3:27 and 1.5. So folks that bid on this tractor are looking very, very closely to see what happens here. So right now, Red Rock still leads it in a 6-way pull-off here after the Calcutta. So here we go, out of Cedar Bluffs, Nebraska, Justin Cavan. Do believe we may have a new leader here. So Cavan looked like he did it so very easy. Okay, 3:45 and 09, 3:45 and 09. So he has done put about 13 feet on the Red Rock. So he has locked in the lead right now in this 6-way pull-off in this 9,200-pound Super Farm class right here at Rock Valley, Iowa. Okay, looks like Dave's getting ready to go again here.
Boy, you want to talk about an old boy that wants a picture pretty bad, ladies and gentlemen. Just look up in the air over the top of the Blue Can Fever up behind that building, up on that genie lift. That's a guy that wants a picture really bad. Man, live, he's up there. All right. I got an International in the lead. This guy from Nebraska promised me last night that this tractor would not be lazy last night. He had it fat last night sitting in the rings. He said he's going to play ball tonight. Rob Polson, Blue Can Fever. Upper side. I knew somebody's going to have to try that upper side, but it's a little dry and crusty. Now the next one that goes up there is going to like it a little bit better.
Found a little bit of dust out there, Dave.
Yeah. So, 277 and 73. 277 and 73. The New Holland Blue Can Fever.
All right, we're going to go out to Beaver, Nebraska, and Rick Engelmeyer on the Ultimate Muscle. Got in the six-way pull-off. Now, right now, he's got his hands full now. The other day, out of Ravenna, Nebraska, a couple of weeks ago, he did stay in the top end of things. Actually, he was leading it. And a couple of these tractors that are already out at the big end of this track came over the top of him. But for 2012, this guy's been staying in the top end of things. So anything is possible. Right now, he is looking at that 345 and 09 distance that Justin Cavan laid down with the Magnum Force tractor out of Cedar Bluffs, Nebraska. So let's see what it can do here. As a feedlot out there also farms. Cavan made a nice highway out there, and Engelmeyer says, well, I might as well get on the big road.
Yeah. Went cross track. They started in the left-hand corner, shot for the right-hand corner, and just run the same path as what Cavan did.
Okay. You got a newer runner-up at 338 and 06. 338 and 06. Right now, he'll be a runner-up right behind the Magnum Force of Justin Cavan. That's going to put the Red Rock down to number 3 at 332 and 47, followed by One Bad Apple at 329.62 and Dakota Gear at 327 and 15. Okay, our last tractor is going to be the Someday tractor, so that'll be my last tractor on the six-way pull-off.
All right, got a good one on the line right here, ladies and gentlemen. John Deere. We're going to go to South Dakota. Brandon Whiff, the Deere Fever out of Dolan, South Dakota. The South Dakota boys have been getting plenty serious about their pulling. Been getting pretty serious with their pulling up in South Dakota. Got an international. This guy wants to act like Visine. He wants to take the red out. He is none other than the Deere Fever. Exhaust back here around the 250-foot mark. Both exhausts come out with raw alcohol. 296.09. 296.09. So now I'm supposed to have Glenn Freeze coming around. That's supposed to be who I've got coming up next, but we're looking for him, so we'll find out. I got one left, maybe.
All right, I'm on my number 6 tractor in the six-way pull-off. This is Chad Weisenkamp with the Someday tractor. Now, in the beginning, this would have been your lead tractor at 327 and 29. Right now, the lead is 345.09 by the Magnum Force. So we're going to see if he can get on the other side of him. Here we go. Chad Weisenkamp, Someday out of Nebraska.
There's some bidders that's getting really anxious right about now.
Yeah. Needed to be over about a foot. Wasn't quite coming down the track like the other guys. Okay, 338 and 3-1. 333 and 3-1. Okay. All right. Run down here. Okay, taking the win is going to be the Magnum Force, Justin Cavanna, 345.01. Your runner-up is going to go to Chad Weisenkamp, just making his pass at 338 and 3-1. Number 3 is going to go to Rick Engelmeyer's Ultimate Muscle, distance of 338 and 06. Number 4 is going to go to Red Rock, and they went 332 and 47. Number 5 is going to be One Bad Apple, Brian Deck out of Winside at 329.62. And finishing up number 6 is going to be the Toyota Deer of Alan Andrews at 327.15. So that's how they wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen, in this group of 19 on the 6-way pull-off. So give them guys a round of applause. I tell you what, some major farm pulling going on here in the Super Farm class.
I guarantee you that was nice. And that Calcutta, $4,000 went to the Rock Valley Fire and Rescue people for the Jaws of Life and the excavation tools. So such a nice deal. We'll be down there on the track with the Magnum Force. I got Red Ink. Now he's coming back in the light super side. So kind of getting things gathered up. We had to get Glenn Freeze all the way around, back across the scales. He had to kind of have time to work on his machine. A short class, so he's being pushed right now. He is on the clock, but being the last puller of the class, he's actually got like 6 minutes before he has to, the officials go down and have a little serious talk with him. So he's going to make it in there pretty good. He's getting strapped in, got to get all the safety equipment on, and he's being watched very closely, being sure that he puts on the fire sock, the gloves, and all the other paraphernalia.
Now, I'll tell you what, he had a good run going, and, you know, he's had that issue a couple times where that has dropped off for him. He had that same problem out in Gibbon, Nebraska on 4th of July.
Well, this tractor is kind of setting a pattern. You know, we had him out in Ravenna, Nebraska on Father's Day weekend. He had an issue. Didn't get to stay for the second day. He went to Tomah, Wisconsin, had a good run going, and something happened to the motor. And so the last 2 or 3 times it's gone down the track, it has kind of went part way and then kind of fluttered down. So not quite sure what's taking place. But like I say, the boys are. Got trophy presentation coming in. We got a fireworks deal coming up after here in a little bit. So after this run, we'll know who won the Unlimited Super Stock. We already know who won the Super Farm. We got trophy presentation. We've got 2-wheel drives. We've got limited pros. We got semis. We got a lot of stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Red Ink, here we go. 330's in the lead, come on. If he wants to. They're going to take him back now. He can go back to the line. They're going to take him back to the line because of the 100-foot rule. He might have an idea of what's wrong, or maybe if you run it enough times, you find what is wrong. So, I thought first the way they was making motions, they was going to take him back. So he got out of the harness, looks like. He's in it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen this man taken to the hospital before. He took such a wild ride in a light super. He had a light super that the roll cage was past inspection. It was the correct roll cage, but he took such a violent ride that it gave him a concussion. So when he built this tractor, he built a smaller size roll cage. He's in there a little bit tighter, and you've seen him right there. He had already unbuckled all the safety straps, and when he found out that he hadn't went 100 foot, he had to get buckled back in, and it's so confining right there, had to have a little bit of help to get back in. But he was in Richland, Missouri 3 or 4 years ago, and he took such a violent ride. That's one of the reasons why you see all the pullers now wearing a neck brace, because of what happened to this man. He got so rattled inside that cage that they now have to wear a neck brace to help support the neck area. Now, when he moves the sled a measurable distance this time, he's going to have to go with it now. He ain't made no changes. That felt like that was going to happen. Yep. Fred, you can do the rundown. We're going to get ready for trophy presentation.
Okay. Okay, Dave's going to head down there, and I'll get you the results on the Unlimiteds here. Yep. 102.89, 102.89. And we'll get you the rundown here in a minute on the winner and so forth. Okay. All right. Finishing out 6 is going to be Glenn Freeze with the red ink out of Watkins with that 102.89 that we talked about. Going number 5 is going to be Bob Polson with the Blue Can Fever out of Springfield, Nebraska. Distance of 277 and 7.3. Number 4 is going to go to Brandon Whiff with the Deer Fever out of Dolan, South Dakota. His distance with the John Deere was 296 feet and 900ths. In your top 3, out of Gatlin, Missouri, the high-strung D21 Alice Chalmers of Bryce Terry. And in your runner-up spot out of Beatrice, Nebraska, the Adrenaline Tractor of Sean Weens. And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, John Hoffman with one last standing out of Dunlap, Iowa at 330 feet and 3.3. So that's how they dropped in this class. So Dave Stown's going to do the ceremonies for both the Unlimiteds and also the 9,200-pound Super Farm class. So congratulations to those guys winning here Saturday night at Thunder of the Valley here in Rock Valley, Iowa. So, Mr. Bennett, I turn it back over to you, sir.
All right, I'm looking for, do we have a representative from Vandy Pole Excavating?
On the bottom. Okay. Just a plus and minus, all you have to do.
That's who the bidder is. Do I have a representative down here?
It wasn't there before.
From Vandy Pole Excavating. We'll get them down here, try to get a picture of them. Justin, you wasn't the one that got the most money bid, but you're the one that put the distance on them.
Or you can just take it in.
Yeah?
You get that and you just drag it to
You like interviews, don't you?
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, I'll just get over and talk to your wife then.
Yep, I'm going to make sure it didn't.
You're a talker, ain't you?
Not always, huh?
When you get mad, do you talk?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Justin, you went through last year. This tractor was in the Calcutta, and just almost won it. Coming back with the Calcutta this year in Rock Valley with this type of crowd had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it felt good. Yeah, it was a real good track.
Would you like for me to leave?
No.
You want me to stay here and talk to you?
If you want to.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Caban and the Magnum Force. One nice running machine. The Case I-8 7210. And is this Vandy Pole Excavating? Who have I got there? Vandy Pole. Okay, we'll get a picture right quick. Go ahead. Oh, you want me out of the way? Well, excuse me. Brian Vandy Pole was the high bidder on the Magnum Force tractor, and was you getting a little nervous?
Not really. Seen this one run a lot of times. Not too worried about it.
Not a problem. You call that a safe bet?
You bet. I sure do.
If I'd have bid against you and went up to 2,000, would you have kept going?
Well, I had a lot of help, so I probably would have.
Boy, I'm glad I kept my hand in my pocket. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. John, I mentioned the body shop that you went to today that they helped you out. I believe it was K&J Body Shop. Without those, you wouldn't be standing here tonight.
No, them and Dale Palma or whatever that owns the ground. And I'll say one thing, I'm glad K&J ain't competing against me in the body shop business. They're a top-notch place.
I'll tell you what, now, last night it went to bouncing, the track got a hold of you. You had a little better idea how the track was tonight.
Yeah, and we were probably a little conservative keeping the front end down tonight.
And together?
And it's in one piece.
Ladies and gentlemen, nice running. Unlimited Super Stock. The boys give thanks to everybody here in Rock Valley. Mr. John Hoffman and his family right there. Give them a big round of applause.